What do you fancy to drink, gin or rum? Whilst fixing up her face, she zips up her dress. A Coke, please, for my rum, it's better than some. Out she goes, dressed to impress in her evening's best and have fun. Yet already the leering has begun. Slamming the door on the way in. I just wanted a fucking Coke to go with my rum, and he reached out his hand to touch my arm, leering upon my shoulder. What does he think is going on? And said, "You all right, darling? Where you off to? Can I come?" With the dress cut above my knees, as if I'm wearing this, I'm his prize to keep. I want to bend over and give him what he'd please. Ignore him, babe. It's just round here. You know what the men are like on this street. Ignore them all. They're all just creeps. Knock back that rum and coke. Forget it all. Trust me. He's just a joke. Little black dress, hair blow dry, straightened, eyes lined. To GAY, please, Mr. Taxi Driver. Surely there we'll get a respite from the litterers and the creepers, and despite this, surely, babe, we'll be safer there, and I can look after you and be right there. Pulling up, they get out, pay their fare, join the queue that doesn't look so queer. Is it a straight night tonight, or is it just me? Or maybe I'm judging too fervently. They could be like me, looking straight, feeling gay, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. Head into the bar, excited for the night to truly begin. The cash from their purses start finding its way behind the bar as they start dancing through the night till the morning, prancing, hip-hop dance, raving and grinding. When out of nowhere, pairs of hands start appearing, wrapped around her waist and start careering. Anger seizes up, her blood now searing. Who the fuck is that? That is her girlfriend sees this. These hands upon her are not those she's at ease with. They're beyond tipsy now, drunk out their minds. She turns around to find a bunch of lonely guys prowling the dance floor for the drunkest girl they can find. Do you mind? Fuck off, that's my girlfriend your hands are on. Ha! They laugh and joke, but surely not, that's crap. I mean it seriously, back the fuck off, you're out of your mind. Her protective nature sends the room slightly spinning, accompanied by the anger within her entire being, before the crowd of guys, evidently not gay, turn and leave to find their next prey. A girl or two who's had a few, too many to turn around and assertively say no. They prowl amongst the dance floor, off they go, their prowling hands reaching out because she's wearing a tight dress, giving them the right to touch about and take what they expect, these mistresses on a night out. Eventually, stumbling, he sees the perfect girl. She could be beautiful, maybe an 8 out of 10, but right now she's 5 with vomit down her chin. Are you okay, dear darling? Do you need some help? Perhaps some water to settle yourself? Before chatting and talking as if he's Mr. Prince Charming and, oh, I really do care for you, dear darling. His hand reaches over and rests on her leg. She doesn't resist, like she can't, and spinning in her head. Have you had a good night? Are you having a nice time? Yeah, great, she says, except for that moment of mine. I'm feeling fine now, and thanks for helping me out. It's so embarrassing you had to see me spewing about. It's all right, though, because to him she's an 8 or a 9. It's hard to tell, but for tonight, she'll do just fine. He reaches further up before he leans in. Where's your date? Assuming she's dressed to impress a male mate, and in her drunken state she agrees. You see, she's reserved, only slept with about 3 previous boyfriends in which she'd seen for a while before upping the stakes to answer their need. And now here's Prince Charming come here to save me. Heck, maybe I'll go home with him, seeing as I've lost my mates, and I'll be safer than the night's journey home alone. The club's closing now, dear darling. How are you getting home? I live not too far away if you fancy a taxi. And in they go, her thinking she's taken care of safely, him thinking he's scored a horse so easily. And the night has its way of making the vulnerable desirable, and the desirable into a pack of wolves, because even though she felt safe in the cab, she has no idea of this lad. He came from nowhere while she was feeling bad and held her hand. He can't be after that. But when they get to his room, she offers to sleep on the floor, feeling false safety that he doesn't want more. He's a gentleman, could be a groom, but for now she just wants to pass out on the floor, room swirling, vomit in her stomach churning and yearning for more. He says, nah, don't be silly, I have a space in my bed within my boudoir. Vulnerable and in a state, she rolls over to sleep before feeling himself rearing up in order to reap what he's been searching for the whole night, hands over the waist before holding her tight. Prince Charming has his needs despite her want for sleep. Nah, she says, I don't know you, not tonight. Maybe take my number and we can meet. I'm exhausted and drunk and just need to retire from the night's beginning, middle, end, and tire. But why did you bring her home if she's just after rest? So no is his response to her no request. and she has to do what he wanted in bed. She puts up a fight, but the spinning room leaves her a mess before submitting her body to him in distress and unable to consent in the way that would have been best.